Once upon a time, in a faraway forest filled with creatures of all shapes and sizes, there was a small tail named Tilly. Now, you might wonder, how can a tail have its own story? Well, in this particular forest, Tilly was no ordinary tail. Tilly didn't belong to any animal. She was a tail without a body. All her life, Tilly had a single wish: to find an animal she could belong to, one that needed her just as much as she needed them. Every day, Tilly would sit by the forest clearing, hoping that an animal would notice her. But most of the animals had their own tails, and they would scamper past her without giving a second look. One day, a kind squirrel named Sam came up to Tilly. "Hello there, you look a bit down, what's the matter?" he asked, noticing Tilly's drooping spirits. "I wish I could find an animal to belong to," Tilly replied with a sigh. "Why don't you join me?" Sam offered. "Though I already have a tail, we can try being pals." Tilly was grateful for the offer, but she knew she didn't quite fit with the squirrel. However, they became fast friends. Sam introduced Tilly to all his animal pals, and with each introduction, Tilly hoped she'd find her forever home. One day, as they were wandering, they came across a young porcupine named Patty. Patty looked sad, and upon closer inspection, they noticed she didn't have a tail. "What happened to your tail?" Sam asked. "I was born without one," Patty replied sadly. "I often lose my balance and I can't communicate like the other porcupines do." Tilly brightened up. "Maybe I can help," she exclaimed. With Patty's agreement, Tilly attached herself to Patty, and it was a perfect fit. The tiny tail helped Patty balance, and she could now communicate with her fellow porcupines. The forest was abuzz with the news of the magical tail that found its perfect match. Tilly was no longer just a tail. She was a part of Patty, making her complete. From that day, Tilly and Patty were inseparable. They roamed the forest, spreading the message of hope and reminding everyone that sometimes all you need is a little patience and the right fit. And as for Sam, he was just happy that his friend had found her place in the world. He knew that every creature, no matter how small or different, had a special role to play in the grand tapestry of life. And so, in the heart of the forest, the tale of Tilly, the tiny tail, became a legend, a story of hope, friendship, and belonging. The end.